and no doubt these trees would also be gone and the views would be unobstructed, possibly some of them left for in decorative situations, but again always with the intention of giving you a better view not only of the railway but of the shipping and repair work, which does interest many visitors. As you can see, things are looking a little bit untidy around the back of this yard. No doubt all that will be improved once the work gets underway. But this pathway presently ends in a flight of steps over here, which are not easy to climb. They're not very well designed. And I didn't hear that they were going to improve this flight of steps. It would be certainly a good idea if they could, because when you get up to the top of them, you've got one of the best views in WATCHET. Presently this is just an overgrown, untidy area. So you won't want to hear me puffing and blowing as I go up these steps, but I'll just show you what the view is like when I get to the top. Right, well, there used to be a walkway through here, shortest route to the view. But that's come so overgrown now you can't get through there anymore. That could do with being improved. And here we are by the old Coast Guard lookout tower, which is now a mobile phone mast. I hadn't actually heard of any moves afoot to improve this area here, but it certainly could do with being improved, because there's a little muddy pathway there which takes you back down to the level of the marina. But besides being very slippery, it's very steep in places, including the place where you actually exit right down onto the level of the CD fences. But this is really where you get the very best view looking over WATCHET. Again, somewhat hazardous to get up to this point when it's muddy and slippery. Oops, right. But as you can see, it is the best view of WATCHET. I suppose being critical now of what you see at present, it does look a bit of a hotspot of all sorts of things. Just dumped here, really. Just look how Minehead is now being bathed in sunshine, whereas we're still under the clouds here. Very often the scene is the reverse of this, because of the hills behind Minehead. Cause any bad weather to happen over in that direction. Very often we can see snow over there where there's none in WATCHET. And just recently they've been working a lot on the gates here at the marina, and large sections of the original gate have now been removed, gone off for repair if possible, or complete replacement if repair isn't possible. So that some of the boats have been marooned in here for a while, though there are some times when it's possible to come and go with a high tide, depending on how makeshift wooden planks have been able to be placed in position in the gap. Anyway, As you can see, WATCHET would benefit quite a lot from the proposals. I've talked about the area adjoining the railway mostly, but there are plans to make the whole of the centre of WATCHET more attractive and more convenient for people to see where to walk, because the whole of that centre is a little bit higgledy-piggledy. Visitors very often don't see all that there is to be seen and enjoyed there. The whole idea is to improve business in the town and improve the experience of visitors. Oh, of course, one thing I haven't mentioned, and that's the provision of a very unusual building right about in the centre of this view now. It's been described as a vertical tower of beach huts with circular stairs around the outside. And I think half a dozen beach hut sized buildings will be the centre, which could be rented out. And people will have the opportunity of climbing up around the outside and enjoying the view from there. They were very much influenced, the designers, by what happens at Clevedon with their pier, the design. And they're trying to make something look modern, but also reflect some of the ancient tradition that there is along the Bristol Channel coast. There's some concern by local experts who reckon that the foundations for such a tall building might be very difficult to produce, because underneath this surface concrete and tarmac is a lot of infill rather than solid rock. So once they start digging there, they might have problems. But it is on proposal at the moment. This whole coastline does suffer from erosion, and there's a lookout point there just coming into view on the right, half of which is hanging over the cliff. So although a lot of local teenagers like to congregate there, it's a very dangerous place to be, and perhaps they would take the opportunity, if they are going to improve things here, to remove that and stop any possible future accidents happening. Well, I fear the rain has started to fall again now, so I think I'll end this report here and wish the Onion Collective success with their proposals. It really will transform WATCHET and be a benefit for local businesses as well as visitors. Having finished my little walkabout this morning for the video you've just seen, I made contact with the people who are going to do this regeneration, and they have given me permission to use photographs and sketches from their proposals. So I thought I'd just flick through their rather informative booklet so you can get an impression as to what's involved. There are lots of pages here, some are not very accurate. This is the only one I've ever seen before published in the paper, which really this is the area where most things are going to happen. But there's a clear illustration of that. That's showing where WATCHET is. Yeah, this is probably the best view of all. See again, you see these little proposed walkways. That's the railway in red. And that's the pathway that they're going to improve along. Again, these little viewpoints with steps down. And this very unusual lookout point, and little cabins in the middle where people can rent them or possibly even buy them. I don't know about that yet. Some people say, well, they won't get much income from that, but there will be an income. And this is the building here, which will be over the containers, if not completely, with more facilities in here, cafeteria and other closed buildings. Much better facilities for marina owners there, more modern. There's Govier's Lane and the walkway coming in from the Boat Museum and carrying on at higher level. Yeah, that's a good shot too. So, here we go. There's more to be seen here, but I think that main illustration is the one that's most helpful in getting us to understand what is proposed. Yeah, it's that building again for the artistic centre. This, I believe, is filling the gap because they're not sure what they're going to put there, but I suggest if they were going to build some sort of weather protection there, it could be see-through, or it could be some form of seating, probably a covered seating would be a good idea. But they're still open to suggestions. There's nothing that's set in stone yet, but these are the proposals that they're working on. And I think it will help to bring WATCHET into the 21st century.